Hey, what is up, comic book fam? Alright, today's video, I'm going to be going over all the books that I got for the last month. I got a pretty decent amount of stuff. I'm going to say this is everything for November and maybe even some stuff back into October. It's pretty extensive what I picked up. So, first thing I'm going to start with, I have this Greg Horn, the Art of Greg Horn book. I picked this up, I think right when it came out. So either in 04 or maybe even 05 I picked this up. But it collects all the work that Greg Horn does from, you know, that point until 04. And I was a big fan of his work back then. And so I had him do me a sketch on the inside, a little Wolverine sketch. And I pulled this out of a box. I mean, this thing's moved around with me 2 or 3 times, so I pulled that out. And also I picked these up this week. Marvelous Art Reloaded, J. Scott Campbell's volume 2 and 3. This is the newest one, I think. And my wife picked them up for me, and she accidentally picked up 2 copies of this, and then she picked up 1 copy of this because she thought it was number 1, and then she picked up the set of 2 and 3. So I wanted to give him one to Ashton because he likes J. Scott Campbell stuff also. But this also collects, you know, some of his biggest covers, and the page quality is amazing in the book. But I got that print. I don't have that book, but I really want it. But yeah, and then there's a couple fold out like posters in here. I think I'm not sure. That might be the other book. But also the jacket. If you take the jacket off, it's a pencil version of the outside cover. And if you look at the cover of that, I got the same Wolverine on coasters, and I'll show you guys how to make these coasters in a video, which I've already recorded, but I haven't put together yet. So I have that one. I use these for drinks for my desk. Got Wolverine, then I got Joker, a little bit of DC, a little bit of Marvel. Also, I got a little trade going this weekend with one of my subscribers that goes by the name Moon Knight. I got X-Men 252, the newsstand version. Don't have this book yet, so that's very awesome to be able to show that little portion of the run. Animosity #1, also don't have that one. It's from Aftershock. Next one he got was Campbell, Harley's Little Black Book #1, the pencil version. I have this book, but I don't. The quality is better than the one that I have. Iron Fist #1. This is my second copy of this one. And the whole reason that I made the trade to begin with. Amazing Spider-Man #4. First appearance of Silk. The J. Scott Campbell color version. They also have this in black and white and in a negative variant. And it was probably like $250 to get all 3 of them, somewhere in that range, maybe 200. But these books, they go anywhere from, I've seen 75 to 120, so I was definitely happy to get it in a trade. So thank you, Moon Knight, if you're watching. Big thanks to Comic Book Villain. He got a couple of these books 3 weeks ago when they came out, I think, and I messaged him, let him know, hey, mine got messed up, and he was like, hey, if you can't get it, let me know. I'll hook it with one of mine. He didn't have to. My comic shop wound up coming through, even though they shorted me on my order. They came through and got it for me. Batman Who Laughs. This was a very hot book. I picked this book up. Somewhere in one of these boxes, you'll see another copy of this pop up. I picked it up the day that it came out. I called like Wednesday to see if I get one put in my box, like Wednesday early morning, and they already sold out of them. And when I got there, I was like looking through some of the stuff on the stand, and a book got slid over onto a copy of this book, so I picked it up. And then he said on the phone he can get me a copy shipped from another store while I was on the way to the store, so he already had that process going to get one put in my box, and then forgot that I picked one up at the store. So when I went back like a week later, that book was there, and it had already gone up in price. They're already charging like $1 more because they were already sold out and hard to get. But very cool cover. Really like that Batman Who Laughs guy. Void Trip. It's another image #1, so I had to get it. And I like that space cover with the purple and the blue and the stars. Lenticular book. I haven't been buying too many of the lenticular books. There's a bunch of them, but I'm a fan of this cover. The old, not Secret War Spider-Man, but I think it's not 252, is it? Yeah, 252 it is. With the black costume, I like that cover, so I picked that one up. These next couple books, I went on a little vacation out of town. Me and the family went up to Washington State, and while we were up there, I checked out a comic book shop, and they seem to have some pretty good stuff at the shop. So one of the things I got was this Vampirella crossover gallery. I had this book, the regular cover, and I picked up this foil cover for $20, and it's like spotless. It was in a top loader. When they sold it, they gave me the top loader too, so I was able to get it back home, which is pretty important, without damaging it. Lady Death Zodiac #1. This is a Nia Rufino cover. In there. I'm a big fan of her work. Bone #1. The image came out a little bit after the other one, but it was only like $3 or $4 or something. The this book I think was $6. Not too bad. I think I paid $3 or $4 for this Texiera Birds of Prey 69. The Huntress cover just caught my eye, so I had to get that. Backslash Resurrection issue #1. I picked this one up. I have another issue coming from Unknown Comic Books. I purchased a lot that I still haven't got. There's a couple books on pre-order when I bought it like a month ago, and my last book that was on pre-order was, I think, was the 22nd, and they still haven't shipped it. So that place is crazy slow with their shipping. But I got a cover. I think this is cover A. I think I have cover C, where she's like walking away, which should be coming in that order. Cable 151. Picked this up because I like the whole caressing aspect of it. You see Cable's his arm is not burnt up, but the rest of his body is turning into like a skeleton. It's pretty neat. And then I picked up 2 of the Doomsday books. I didn't get the midnight version, but I got the lenticular and the regular cover. And then I got this John Boy Myers Red Sonja. I think this is #10. Yep, #10. Picked that up. And then Frank Cho Harley Quinn. Then the last book that I picked up from that comic book shop is Saga #41. I picked this up because I knew that it was a recalled book. I know there's another one that they immediately printed that has like, it's a little bit lighter so you could see the jacket and all that stuff. So it was, I just have a thing for recalled issues. I don't think this is worth anything. I think you can still pick these up on eBay for like pretty much cover price almost, maybe $1 more than cover price, but I picked it up because I knew there wasn't that many of them printed and it was a recalled book. So Dark Fang #1. I got another copy of this floating around somewhere. Oh yeah, this is one of the books also that I got from when I was at Washington. And then one came in my box today. They were damaged while I was in Washington, like the week before I left. They got damaged, so 2 weeks later I get them in my box. So I got 2 copies of it. I picked up the Logan, another caressing cover where he's about to get jammed in the back with a knife. I like that cover. Lola, number 5. It's a Sia Ohm cover. I'm really big fan of her work. Also picked up that Lola number 4. Rick and Morty 32. Part of my regular pull list. Up to issue 32 now. John Wick. Number 1. And I got screwed on these books. I've been waiting for these books to come out since February. And they finally announced it, I think in July, maybe August, that they were actually coming out, and they showed all 4 of the covers. So I pre-ordered all 4 covers, A, B, C, and D. And the order got pushed back, and then I kept asking about them. Hey, any word on the John Wick books? Yeah, man, they're gonna be pushed back till October. Yeah, man, they got pushed back till November. Well, anyways, they came out this week, and I got 1 book, missing all 3 of the other covers. Very dissatisfied. Not a huge deal. They said they can get them for me, but I've been burned before. Still haven't got my Postal 21. Still angry about that. Before I dig into any more of the books that I got for this week, I also got 2 pieces of original art. Because I just got through showing my Sia Ohms, Lola XOXO. This is Lola XOXO Tyler Kirkham's cover. There's a little autograph there. And Sia did the, or Sia, however you pronounce her name. She did all the Copics and it's like multimedia. It's a little bit of Copics, a little bit of watercolor, it looks like. You can see on the back, like the yellow kind of shines through a little bit, where she went a little bit harder with the Copics, trying to get the shading just right. But that's my first piece from Sia, and I got this from TD Art, which is, they sent me when I bought it. They sent me this TD Art Gallery.com. Then they got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and they have like almost a dozen or maybe even more artists on there that have multiple pieces of art. So I picked mine up. They had a couple more pieces that I really wanted, but I wound up going with that one. It was like 25% off I got. So it's a pretty significant amount when you're talking about an original cover. They sent me these little pieces. They're like little advertisements that say TD Art. And on the back side, they're very cool artwork of bookmarks. So it's a really cool thing to include. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, if you want to get a piece of original art, go check them out. Also, I picked up another piece of original art this week. Oh, this one I got in the frame already. It's my Rick and Morty from Skottie Young. This is my first piece from Skottie Young, and when I got it, there was like a little sketch on the back. I'll show you guys right now. Yeah, it's like a very cool Mickey Mouse, and I think that was one of the sketches that he offered for his Inktober, and he started it on the back of this and then wound up starting it on another piece of paper and finishing it, so it's just the blue lines. But that's one of my favorite depictions of Rick and Morty. And now I got me a piece of Skottie Young's original art, so I'm happy to have that for my collection. This will be stuff I'll be putting into random packages whenever I do AOKs or giveaways and whatnot. Got them out of $1 box, so Not losing anything. X-Force number 1. Nothing better than the first one. X-Force number 2. Second appearance of Deadpool, and that's the first appearance in the X-Force. I think this is the third appearance of Deadpool, and maybe the fourth appearance on X-Force number 5. I don't remember 100% for sure, but... first Domino. It's number 11, X-Force number 11. And then X-Force number 8, which I think was something important with Domino's story, but I don't remember for sure. And X-Force number 15, first time Cable and Deadpool fight. So with the new Deadpool movie coming up, that might be a pretty decent book, but it will be one of your guys. So that's those. Picked up Port of Earth number 1. It's an Image number 1, so you know your boy has to get those. Art Germs, Supergirl number 15. Coyotes or Coyotes number 1, however you want to pronounce it. I think this is a 8-part series, but it's very cool art on the inside as well as the covers. All the covers had very cool art for that new series. Batman the Drowned. Picked that one up because I was a fan of the cover. Shirtless Bear Fighter number 5. Andrew Robinson cover. Picked up some Kid Lobotomy books. Kid Lobotomy number 1. I think this is cover B. Yeah, cover B. Kid Lobotomy number 1, cover A. These are Black Crown books. Kid Lobotomy number 1, the gold foil cover. I only bought it because it was the same price. And it's a RI cover, which is retail incentive. They gave it to me for cover price, so I ain't gonna argue with them. And then also number 2, the retail incentive. So grab both of those. I picked up Spawn 279. I was watching a video where Todd McFarlane was, he received the original piece of art for that. It's like a giant painting. I picked up Deadman number 1. The regular cover and the glow-in-the-dark cover. I'm going to be getting the whole series of these. I think it's a 5-part series. 6-part series. But they're all Neil Adams covers. I know the first 3 are, so hopefully the rest are. But I really like those. I think the second one's also glow-in-the-dark. Number 1 with a bullet. These are very cool covers as well. Gravediggers Union number 1. I got the original and the gold foil. Alright, so moving right along. Next, I got Rick and Morty 31. You guys just saw 32, so I'm so far back now that I'm at 31. Gwenum Part 1. This is Spider-Gwen 25. It's the first part of the Gwenum story. And I like the cover. Terry Dotson's All New Wolverine. This is part 1. This is number 25. Batman White Knight number 2. I'm really liking the covers and the art, the interior art. It's all done by Sean Murphy with Matt Hillingsworth. But he does a really good job with the story and the art. John Boy Myers, Superman 32. He's been doing all the Supermans lately, the variants. Supergirl 14. That's Art Germ. Grim Tales of Terror number 4. And the Comic Fest Grim Tales of Terror. These were included with my order from Zenescope. I picked up some books from Zenescope this week. One of the books I picked up was New York Comic Con exclusive Paul Green Texas Chainsaw Massacre. These books. I got Wonderland 46. Another Paul Green book. And Red Agent number 5. Another Paul Green book. New pile. Picked up Courier number 5. I have Courier number 1 also in that lot of books that I'm waiting on from Unknown Comic Books. These are backwards, but I'll give them to you forwards. I got Hellchild the Unholy number 1. You've seen that? Okay. Hellchild the Unholy number 2. These are mostly cover C's. I picked up one cover B, I think. All the rest I did cover C's. This was the cover B here. Unholy Child number 3. Or Hellchild the Unholy. Number 4 cover C. And number 5 of 5. So I got the whole set of those. Issue C. So I picked those up and then I filled up almost the whole entire short box. Spider-Gwen number 24, the second printing. I think 24 is the first appearance of Gwenom. And I got a hunch about second printing, so you might see a lot more second printings coming up in my collections. Marvel Tomb of Dracula number 21. Picked that up out of a $1 box. Danger Girl Trinity. Maestros. Sherlock Frankenstein number 1. Jean Grey number 8. Lenticular book. It's one of the few lenticulars that I liked. I do like the DC Action Comics lenticulars. This is $9.90. America number 8. First appearance of the Exterminatrix. Eternity. I thought that was a cool Valiant cover. I'm a sucker for covers. Here's my other copy of Batman Who Laughs. Underwinter number 1. Amazing Spider-Man $7.91. This is part of the Alex Ross series. He's been doing all the covers lately. And Evolution number 1. It seems like it's going to be a really hot book. Should have picked up. Actually, I have another copy coming in my Unknown Comic Books order. Waiting on those. Superboy number 9. I had this book when I was a kid, like a baby kid. Recently picked one back up because they're not too expensive. But it's the first appearance of Tiger Shark, King Tiger, Tiger Shark. So that's my book for this month. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for a collection video. So I think the first Friday of the month I'm going to try and do my hauls. The second Friday of the month I'll try and do my collections. The third Friday of the month I'll try and get out like tips and tricks, maybe press videos, something to help towards your collection the way I do it anyways. So if you guys you're interested in how I maintain my stuff or upkeep my stuff, you might want to check out that one. And then the fourth Friday I will more than likely be doing DIY stuff, like if you guys want to see the coasters, or when I was doing the DIY pop, which I still haven't finished, And the main reason he's still sitting in the same state is because they already released their own Hellboy pop, so it's kind of discouraging. But it will be custom, and it will be somewhat original, so that's always cool. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good weekend, and I will catch you next week.